Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of TarotCelebritea with your boy Ducky. Today, we are going to be reading some cards for Yang Z and a drama that she was recently in, Stories of Youth and Love. And also, we're going to be reading some cards for Yang Z and Xian's connection. So remember to take these videos with a grain of salt, and remember that these videos are for entertainment purposes. And why is that, you may ask? That is because we do not have Yang Z nor Xian or any of them here to confirm nor deny that what I'm seeing in the cards, how I'm interpreting the cards, is resonating with them or is not resonating with them. So remember to take these videos with a grain of salt. And without further ado, let's get started on this beautiful reading. So let's go on and do Yang Z, Stories of Youth and Love. So how did Yang Z feel overall about this when filming this drama, Stories of Youth and Love? How did she feel? We got the Three of Pentacles right off the gate in reverse. People were not really working well together, is what it seems. It was very difficult for people to come together and work together. With the Ace of Pumpkins in reverse, just not a solid foundation. Yeah, I don't really see many great things coming out of this, so let's keep on going, though. Oh, two cards wanted to come out. Wow, I spoke too soon. Never mind. Okay. All right, so let's start here with the bad that I saw, where I jumped the gun. I'm so sorry. So the first two cards that showed up were the Three of Pumpkins with the Ace of Pumpkins in reverse. The Suit of Pumpkins is all about things that are tangible here in the physical world, right? It's indicative of the element of earth. So things that are just tangible. Ace of Pumpkins in reverse is telling me there wasn't really a solid foundation to begin with Stories of Youth and Love. I'm willing to bet that maybe I should rephrase it. I'm willing to guess that, because I don't want to bet. I'm willing to guess that it seems that maybe the beginning episodes or the beginning scenes of this drama just seem to be a little bit wonky. Like what's going on in this drama? It didn't seem to really click. It didn't seem to work well together. In the beginning is kind of what I'm seeing, but then we got the Wheel of Fortune with the Three of Wands here. So I feel like things took a shift afterwards. And Yang Z thinks that, this was just such a great opportunity. She seems very positive in the way that I'm sensing, because we got this Wheel of Fortune that came right side up, and whenever it comes upside down, eventually that wheel is going to spin in your favor again. And so I feel like Yang Z turned something that maybe wasn't the best situation, maybe filming wise, maybe the connection wasn't very close with maybe her and the producers or her co-stars, whatever it was, but she was able to spin it into something positive, and she still feels very grateful for it. And when she thinks of Stories of Youth and Love, she knows that this is a great opportunity for her to propel and advance her career, which makes sense because whoever requested this video also mentioned that Yang Z and Xian, I hope. Also, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing their names. That is not my intention to disrespect them in any way. But I think that Yang Z just knew that Stories of Youth and Love was going to really propel her career and help her get even more career opportunities. And so she just went along with it. Maybe Stories of Youth and Love didn't really, with the way that these two cards came out, it doesn't seem like maybe it was the biggest success, or maybe in the beginning it wasn't, but there's still a lot of great things that happened or that came out of this situation. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. That's kind of all I'm gonna go with that. Now let's go on with Yang Zi and Li Xian's connection. So when Yang Zi and Li Xian are together, or they're talking to one another, or they think about one another, what's their combined energy like? We got the Ace of Wands in reverse, okay? With the Nine of Pumpkins in reverse, lots of reversals in this reading. It's not always a bad thing, of course. Just something I'm noticing. With the Four of Bats in reverse. So their combined energy is, I'm hearing just like extinguished. You know, the Ace of Wands is all about having that passion, and the start of like passion and things like that. But when this card comes in reverse, that passion kind of becomes extinguished. Maybe you become a little bit exhausted, you overexert yourself, you were overworked. So I think whenever the two of them get together, there's a little bit of exhaustion here. Maybe there's a lack of sleep going on with their combined energy. There's just something going on here where maybe they just I don't even know if I want to say it, but maybe there wasn't a lot of pleasure in working with one another. And I don't know if it's that maybe they didn't have a lot of fun working with one another because they didn't get along well. I don't think that's it. I think maybe they just both were exhausted when filming, and they didn't really have a lot of fun like they normally do whenever filming things or working on projects. There was a lack of sleep, lack of mental rest here with their combined energy. So I think that like maybe the two of them, Yang Zi and Li Xian, just were quite overworked, quite exhausted, mentally erratic, you know, all over the place. They're not able to sleep and like calm down and relax their mind. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So yeah. Also fun fact, I'm using my little ring light to well, it's brighter now. Normally I have it just like a yellow light because the bright light gives me a headache after a while. So, but I like that the cards show up better. They're it doesn't look as yellowy. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be a sacrifice that'll be worth it. So let's go on with, is there some romantic connection between Yang Zi and Li Xian? To appease some people that are curious, let's see. Is there any kind of romantic connection between these two? Ten of Wands in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, I'm so sorry for this glare. So 10 of Wands in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'm immediately thinking, I don't think so. I think the two of them, you know, the 10 of Wands is all about burdens and carrying a lot of weight that maybe others need to carry. So this card came in reverse. I think the two of them, remember how like the first cards that showed up with their combined energy is that there's that lack of mental rest and there's some exhaustion. I think the two of them just, there's a lot of exhausted energy here. Maybe the two of them just have a lot of things that they're working on or a lot of things going on in their life that I don't really think with the time of me reading these cards right now, I don't think this is a great time. I don't really see there being a romantic connection here. It just seems like there's a lot going on in each of their lives, I think. I don't think that there's romantic energy. So let's go on with Yang Zi's thoughts on Li Xian. When Yang Z thinks of Li Xian, I'm so sorry. I apologize. When she thinks of Li Xian, what comes to her mind? What does she think? What does she feel? We got the Three of Wands right side up. Sorry for the glare. With the 10 of Swords. Now let's go with Li Xian's thoughts on Yang Z. The 10 of Pumpkins. Okay. With the 7 of Swords. Ooh. There's like some wishy-washy energy between both of them. So, Yang Zi's thoughts on Li Xian. When she thinks of Li Xian, she thinks of someone who has a lot of great opportunities. Maybe a little bit opportunistic in the sense that we also came out with the 10 of Swords here. The 10 of Swords is all about like backstabbing, hurting others, betraying others. So Yang Z, I think when Yang Z thinks of Li Xian, she thinks of someone who has a lot of great opportunities, but maybe, I'm so sorry if anyone's going to get upset about this, but I just got to call it how it is with these two cards. I think maybe she sees that like, because he sees a lot of opportunities, I think Yang Z thinks that Li Xian sometimes he sees an opportunity and he doesn't care if he has to maybe betray someone's trust or hurt them, backstab them. There's something going on here where Yang Z is like, I don't know about Li Xian. I don't know about him. He seems like he's very good about opportunities, but maybe a little bit too opportunistic, where if someone offers him a role, he's going to do whatever it takes to get that role over anyone else. That's kind of what I'm seeing with the cards. But a lot of opportunities, a lot of career opportunities, and we can't fault people for their actions or for their decisions for that, basically. I just know that I wouldn't like to be around someone like that. But it could be easy for me to talk, and not know, because I haven't been in that situation. So who knows? But let's go on with Li Xian's thoughts on Yang Z. Immediately, Li Xian thinks that Yang Z just very rich, very regal. She's got a lot of money. She's so successful. And maybe a little bit traditional, in the sense of taking care of her money, not really wanting to overspend too much. There's some kind of like tradition here where Li Xian, when he thinks of Yang Z, maybe he thinks of like traditional beauty, or traditional like being wealthy in a tradition sense. Maybe she comes from a family that is very good at holding traditions. Maybe she comes from a family that is great at managing money. There's some kind of tradition here. There's something with money. There's something with wealth and regalness, regality. Is that a word? But yeah, that's what Li Xian's thoughts are on Yang Z. But also, with the 7 of Swords in reverse, I think that Li Xian sometimes thinks that maybe Yang Z might take others' thoughts or ideas as her own. I don't know. I don't know about this, but there is some kind of like, look at this, like split here. Like the first card that I drew for both of them, right side up, the second card upside down. So it's like, I like this person, but I don't know about them too much. Like I like them, but I'm gonna keep them at arm's length is kind of what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's so interesting. That's all I want to talk about or discuss with that. So let's finish off this beautiful video with some advice for these two. So let's do some advice for Yang Z and Li Xian. 3 of Cups in reverse. With the 8 of Cups. And let's get a sacred site oracle card. Kalanish North Wisdom. Okay, let me get this little card. Scotland. Alignment. Ooh, yeah. Remember how I said that these two just have a lot of things going on in their life, maybe a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit overburdened. They need to let go of some of these burdens. They need to align themselves. Um, and I'm seeing this beautiful white swan here and these darker swans here. They need to align themselves with their good and bad qualities. We all have good and bad qualities. One of mine is that I'm clumsy. Case in point. Another one is that, I can be irritable and sometimes I tend to take it out on others. And those are things that I got to work on. So the things that these two have to work on is aligning themselves with their good and bad qualities that I'm seeing. Also, they need to be careful of giving of themselves too much to other people that don't reciprocate, that don't give back the same amount. That's not saying everything's like tit for tat or like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours all the time, very transactional type of connections. But they need to be careful of either partying too much, going out too much, or giving too much love to others that don't reciprocate and return that same amount of love. Rather than doing that, they should go out and like seek out adventures, seek out traveling, seek out things that emotionally make them feel alive, make them feel worthy, make them feel stronger, rather than seeking out to like party or hang out with people that they just feel a little bit like depleted or a little bit overwhelmed afterwards, because maybe they're just so giving of love, and sometimes they hang out with people that they think are going to like help rejuvenate them, and instead they feel even worse. They feel even more down, when instead they could have just gone out on a little hike, a little travel, some sightseeing on their own or with someone else that is the same way, and they feel more uplifted. So there's something going on here with the two of them that they kind of tend to go out, maybe party too much, maybe drink a little bit too much, indulge a little bit too much in things that make them feel good temporarily. But then they realize, oh, dang, like this situation, this substance, or this person, this is only temporary. They don't really give back as much as I give to them. And rather they should just seek out things that emotionally, again, make them feel alive, make them feel at peace. This is all about seeking whatever your emotions, whatever your heart desires. And sometimes you have to do that and take that path on your own. But that will help them become a little bit more aligned with themselves, aligned with their beautiful, great qualities, but also aligned with their shadow qualities, their not so great qualities. Because sometimes out of our darkness or out of our not so great qualities, there's still an immense amount of power, an immense amount of gifts that we can learn and cultivate from these not so great habits, or tendencies or characteristics or flaws we got. So anyway, that's all I'm seeing for this reading. Let me know what you thought of it. If you have any recommendations or any requests, feel free to drop them below in the comments. I have kind of gone off the rails, and it's been a little bit hard for me to keep mental track of like which video or which request I need to do next. So if you've been waiting for me to do a video and I said that I was gonna do it, just like this one, feel free to remind me. Speaking of these two having a lot of things going on in their life, So do I. We all do, and I forget. So let me know. Please remind me of any requests you got. And remember to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and sexually. Love and respect yourselves and others. And as always, stay hydrated. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.